Guys, we're back in the action. We lost Dugski, but we've replaced him with a nice Yank LP. Real quick, if you use the hashtag Blitzkrieg Masters, you can be featured on the stream. Throw that down on Twitter with all your tweets, and we'll feature it on the stream. As we get into this, the first map was 16-14 in favor of Hold Forward on Liberation. We're now into Coastal. And we have Neo early on Lex. Alright, taking the fight back. Bomb planted. And the bomb is down. Hard hold for BCJ. Not a whole lot of hope in that round for him. It was a great round from Old Ward, and they were able to pull out. Very, very important for Magic there to get plant and gain some economy.
All right. Well, hey, happy to be here casting night with Birdman. We're going to take off this second round. And with the first round having gone right to the axis, puts the pressure on Team M. Go ahead here with Tanaka, leading the Grease gun, push all the way towards Coastal. Haul back, wait for those nades, play it safe. Gonna try to make the most out of the round, gain some economy. Stepping up, throw a smoke over at B. Throw off the M team, starts out a little bit of shots. Manages to attack, what? Can't quite follow through on it. And Nade's gonna come back and he even pulled him in back and Alex with the nade. Giving them the man advantage. And it doesn't look as though they're brought into this now. Bullet playing in the tank, attack, Hero gonna get dropped. There goes Wally into Hero. DC gonna fall that hand to Neo. Pride in the coast mountain gonna be taken down by Wally. And now, 2 rounds in. This is the first react with this Birdman. Are you back? Seen a very late light come out of the second team a couple times since Aaron and Lex just stuck on.
All right, guys, we're back here. Sorry about that. We hit a bit of a snag technically when we were swapping out casters, so we should be back in the action real soon here. Dugski's been replaced by Yank LP, so he is my new co-caster. Give him some love. Yank, you there?
Hey, man. Yeah, it's great to be casting. Haven't casted in quite a long time, but really love the game of Battalion, so let's see how this goes.
Yeah, it sounds much better. I think we're back into it now.
Well, with that, it looks like we're going to be following Lex initially here. Has the bomb in hand, but Tanaka going to be taking out Neo through the smoke. Gets that push up. Gives them a little bit of an advantage, a little bit of an inlet here. Trying to make something happen. Take this third round, turn the tables a wee bit. The push has now made its way all the way over to B. There is just one player defending on the B site back in that dark corner. Smoke's going to be going up. And now the Allied side has made their way over there. Tanaka going to spot out Athan, but it'll be Athan who comes out the best, and then Espride will take down Wrenches. 1 minute remaining on the clock. Bomb will be going down, and this is it. Have to defend now after this. As Athan will work up towards the top. Pride finds Wally. Going for Athan. Doesn't quite spot him out, though. Still holding for it. Pride going to come on top, and Lex to wrap it up into Polo, giving them their first round on the board.
Yeah, that was a very solid B push there from Magic. They were able to isolate the solo player there on B, take him out, and then aggress up the stairs and gain control of stairs. And once stairs are held, it's very difficult to retake that site.
Yeah, I mean, Coastal's just one of those maps where you've got to maintain that momentum all the way through. Either that or you have to play a very methodical and pick-oriented offense. But for this team, that shouldn't be a problem to take either style.
Yeah, absolutely. We saw Magic with some good takes. Unfortunately, they lost the first map, 16-14 on Liberation, and this is another great map. It'll be very interesting to see how this one plays out.
They're going to go for that B site against Birdman, and I think, you know, it works for them. They saw early on that other than the nade spam, there's not too much to hold it. They have put a second defender into the site at the moment, though. And Lexi's going to get a little bit of a tag onto Wrenches. Athan going to wrap it up there, taking down Pride and Hero. Good save from him as BCJ makes his way into the site, takes down Wrenches. He's looking for the second kill, finds it in the Athan. Neo going to fall to Tanaka as well. Just like that, the tables have turned. Wally and Polo have to try to retake this 2v3. Can't quite land that. Goer spam now. Tosses up a smoke, blocks off the top stairs, holding for this front push, and that will be where the defender actually is. And Tanaka takes down Polo, all up to Wally, scope in hand. He's looking for it. Will he find it?
Yeah, there was a much better hold on the side of the Axis, but they just couldn't pull it through. They stacked two there. They got some early kills. Those were two great Goer shots on from the defender, but they were still able to overwhelm the statue position and take B and play it.
And just like that, well, they're going to go down. Lex and try to get to this coin and the scope. Give himself a little bit of an arsenal to work with. And, you know, now we're all tied up 2v2. Going into round 5, what do we got to see now? I mean, they've started to realize that B is working for them on the attack. What do we need to see the defenders do? They added another player onto the B site, but didn't quite hold this onslaught.
Yeah, you want to see better utility usage out of the hold forward players. Maybe a couple nade kills, some prevent nades. That statue position is very, very strong, and you actually see them stacking a third player there. So they're really hedging all their bets towards that B site.
Yeah, they've got to hope that they manage to get a few early kills here as soon as the push starts to go down. You know, and they're going to spot Tanaka, I believe, jumping back across the arch. They know that it's going to be a commitment towards B. Good idea, as you said, to put that third player there early on. They're just kind of biding their time.
Absolutely. You see the clash in bottom yellow, and Hero gets the double. He gets a kill into wood and the kill in bottom yellow. They have control of site. Two players, though, pushing from truck, and now it makes it very difficult to get that bomb down. You really hope for the cover there, and the kill comes in from Tanaka.
Yeah, and just like that, again, we're seeing Wally, same situation as before, hops down this time, doesn't have the scope, tries to get the over shot, but Hero with the hat trick, I believe, on this round.
Absolutely, yeah, he gets the hat trick and an assist, so that he was vital for that round. In that B bomb site, it's such tight quarters that Thompson can really shred up the opponents and get the kills, and he made full advantage of it.
You know, and they're set up for this fast-paced offense again. They do have one scope to work with. It's in the hands of Hero, but 3 Thompsons, you know, they're just going to land these smokes, man. They're going to push through, and I think they're going to take again.
Absolutely, yeah. The B site's very difficult to hold against a Thompson, especially when the nades and the smokes come in. Different little setup from Magic here, though. They're pushing coast and trying to take over that A control.
And they don't encounter any resistance really until they get the statue, and there's Wally. The BCJ is ready for him. Gets the headshot. Polo going to get the trade back, and the BCJ puts it all even at 4-4. Middle of this round. You know, I like the fact that they just gave up coast, man. You know, they don't have the weaponry to work with it. They can't really take these duels just having the Goers in hand. So they're just hunkering down.
Absolutely, and playoff trade frags. The guy top A was there to trade for the sandbags player, and he did exactly his job. And the A site's very difficult to take if someone turtles up and holds those stairs. So that's really, in an eco situation, a great play.
Yeah, I mean, you can see a little bit more aggression coming out now. Neo did find Lex looking for this knife down, and bottom A gets it. There's one player behind. This way his position. Now Neo's forced to move back down, trying to recover the Thompson. Might have spotted that player out front. Surely knows he's there now after the fire comes in. Takes down Tanaka. He's going to look for that 4th frag on the round. Zero has to get the bomb and retreat. Pulls out a scope, waits for this bottom A play. Unfortunately, changes ones at the wrong time, and it's Ethan to wrap up this round. And again, we're seeing the rounds go back and forth right here, waiting for this economy to be stacked up. Not a lot of coins on the defensive side, however.
No, it's very difficult to build an economy in this meta, just because of the requirement to buy utility every round. The 2 and 3 coins that go out to utility every round, and to try to stop the quick pushes, and you really see that taking a toll on the Axis side here.
I mean, and we're probably gonna see another B push for it. It's gonna work the best for them with their current setup. Again, Thompson's being so much more easily affordable at the current state of the game. I imagine we're going to see a lot of these pushes. I mean, I haven't really been following what's going on here, Birdman. I mean, can you sum up what we've seen last weekend and this weekend?
Yeah, absolutely. It's really come down to a utility prioritization. So if you look at someone like Tanaka, he used the grease gun, which most players seem as fairly useful. I mean, spending the 1 coin and getting the carbine is a much better bet for most people. But he bought the nade. It was a save round. His other teammates had Thompsons, and they hoped they could overwhelm. The Thompson right there proves very deadly and gets the scope out of Wally's hands.
Yeah, I mean, you know, speaking of Tanaka, he's now your last man standing, stuck on the A side. I think he knows he's free to plant now. They're just going to let him get the plant down, climbing up the ladder, trying to fake him out. He's not going to bite for it. And now he's gained them a little bit of extra coinage right now. Gets stuck in the ladder, though, and Polo wraps it up.
Yeah, that was a funny play to watch. It was very smart from Tanaka to hold the plant. He understood the plant points were the most important part of that round. He wasn't going to win it. He got stuck on the ladder jumping out, which you hate to see, but it was a good round for Magic with their buy.
Yeah, I mean, they're going to be set up again with those smokes going to come in on Hero and Lex. So Thompson heavy again. I really think they got to keep with B. B is where they've seen their success. You know, even if it comes down to success being drawing away the defense, it's worked for them on pretty much every round to some level.
Absolutely. Tanaka definitely has a preference for holding the big arch and spawn here with the scope. He can dominate almost half the map with the scope, and that comes from scrims and pugs with him. He can make a big difference from where he sits, especially with that scope. And there it is. There's a frag, and his team's already up 2 players.
And with Polo and wrenches dropping early, you know, this 5v3 advantage is really going to play into it here. But Wally back into pride, trying to do a little bit of work for his team, trying to even it up. Goes for the other shot, can't quite land it, but does find it on BCJ after the auto. Might get taken by surprise here, though, bro. I mean, sure enough, there goes Hero.
Yeah, Thompson in close quarters like that, you're forced to hit your first shot or it's over. He did get taken out there, and the A-bomb site is open.
Yeah, I like the attempt at the flank, but you know the danger with how the sound is, it's very difficult to get any sort of speed when you're trying to come in from a different angle, and it looks as though this defuse is going to go down. Tanaka's going to save that scope, and Ethan's not going to be careless enough to peek him.
Absolutely. That's a hard round to play up from Tanaka. That's rough. So let's actually take our first look at the scoreboard here in the 9th round. So we have Neo at the top of the Axis side at 11-5, Ethan below him at 6-3, Polo at 5-5, Wally at 5-6, Wretches at 2-5. On the other side, we have Tanaka at 6-5, Hero at 5-6, BCJ at 6-5, Lex at 3-6, and Pride rounding out at 4-7. So pretty even on both sides. Neo's having a great game.
Oh, for sure. I mean, you hope that he carries that momentum through onto the second half. Definitely going to have the advantage, you know, positionally on the Axis side of this map. But I'm interested to see what happens this round. They've kind of hunkered down again on the defense. There's Polo, though, to open us up into BCJ. He's looking for a second kill, and he will find it in the Pride. Shuts down this push on coast side as soon as it starts.
Yeah, now the allies are scrambling to recoup the bomb and try to get some frags. Lex is able to make some headway into the mid and by broken, so you really hope he can open up that defense, and that's another huge kill at Truck. He's really kind of split the map in half with those 2 kills.
And he manages to gain some range there, but it's not going to make too much of a difference. This Polo is rotated, takes him down. But Wally going to fall to Tanaka, gives them the even setup, 2v2. And as he said earlier, they have to split this. You know, they're going to make this call that it's going to be A. They hear him moving in. But now you have to wait for that rotate to come in. And it's a 2v1 situation until that happens. The bomb is on site. They're holding these stairs, and they might catch him off guard here.
That's a huge play by, it looks like it was Hero. He did the silent jump from the barrels into top A. Until the bomb plant, Polo had no idea it was above him. Tanaka held the lower, and that was great team play. But that was a really smart intellectual move by Hero.
And Tanaka's holding his cross. They have a grip. Bomb is down. Should be well in hand for them. P from the tank. Which is now moving back in. First place for through. I'll go for this fuse, not Polo. And that might be a crucial mistake. Couple of kills coming in from Tanaka there to finish it off. And I have no idea if we're still okay.
Yeah, a little laggy here. All right, sorry guys, we're having some technical difficulties with Discord, but I should be back, and Yank should be joining me very shortly. We go into this round, and it is 4-5. Allies have 4, and Axis have 5. And some quick picks has broken it down into a 3-on-1 for the Ally side. The bomb has just gone down, and it's all down to wrenches to clutch this. And he loses out to Lex and Pride. Tag team with the Thompson, and he gets deleted there at Coast. We're now at 5-5, tied up. The Allies got to be loving this scoreline. This is definitely an Axis, as most maps in Battalion are, Axis-sided map. So they're definitely loving the even scoreline. They're making some progress. The early aggression towards B has opened up the whole map. I think they were able to force some rotations, and they're definitely utilizing that the full map push. Early kill there from Wally, and then Hero back onto Neo with the bar headshot. Bomb is actually down back red. Wally gets another kill into Hero after Lex gets the kill onto Wretches. Wally's underneath a BCJ. This could get very complicated from these 2 players' positions, because BCJ can't jump out without making any noise. Wally's just going to hold his position, hope he comes down the stairs and comes out the back door. He had to have heard that. You'd hope Wally would rotate to the back door. He's worried about a push. He clears out bottom red. Yank, are you with me?
Yeah, I've just managed to get back into the Discord. And pretty good round so far. we're all even, man. I mean, you know, you've got those two crucial kills coming in from Wally to kind of solidify this defense. Lex working up. Might not know that Polo has spotted him off of the bomb site, but Polo only has a shotgun to work with. He will find Tanaka, though. Goes for the second, gets that +10 on the BCJ, and finishes it off with a triple kill into Lex. Beautiful work coming out of Polo, man, to wrap that round up for the Axis.
You love to see it with the shotgun. The shotgun changes that were made in Major Update 2 definitely left a lot of shotgun players frustrated. It's an inconsistent weapon from time to time. He played it perfectly, kept them in small, tight quarters, and was able to absolutely erase 3 of the players. And you could really dominate that bottom A with a shotgun. It was good to see. That was a very smart play.
Yeah, man. I mean, he's doing his job for the team. He's holding that bomb site, and in between, he's doing whatever he can. Just a few quick peeks here or there, trying to give them a little bit of detail and a little bit of insight into what's going on, and he did it spectacularly.
Yeah, absolutely. That was a crucial round, too. It looks like there was a full reset onto the Allies. A lot of back-and-forth rounds makes it very difficult to build an economy. It's difficult in general to build an economy in Battalion, even if you start running a train on somebody. So it's very difficult to hold on to those guns and coins.
Yeah, I mean, we have a flurry of kills coming in now as well, and Athan going to find BCJ Lex. Pride back in the wrenches, but Athan was back in the front, and now it looks as though it's just Tanaka to try to make an inroad for his team. Gets the flanker, looks for that second kill, going for the spam, can't quite find it, can't land the no-scope either, and that's going to give them the 2-round advantage. It's the first time we've seen it since the very beginning of the game.
Absolutely, and they invested all they had. Magic did, so that's a very tough pill to swallow. Wally rocking the God combo and sniper SMG, Thompson and Springfield, the 2 Allies weapons. So he's in a good position with also 2 STGs. It's a very strong defense coming from the Axis.
Yeah, and I mean, you got to think right now, this is the round to watch. They're on a full save, but we've got to see them scavenge some sort of weapons here. They've got to turn into the recycling team right now as the lone bit of utility will come out. Wrench is going to fall to that nade, though, and that's crucial. I mean, Tanaka being an all-arounder right here, man. If he doesn't have the scope, he's landing important utility for his team.
Absolutely, and with those grease guns, it's a tough take to take into B like that. Getting the early nade clears you a whole lot of room, and it actually gives them a chance into this round.
And that's a nice little nade going to come in, but unfortunately the defender won't find a frag with it. Neo going to drop, and sure enough, there is Hero to finish him off. 3v2 situation, 3v1 as BCJ finishes off Wally, and it's just Polo to try to do something now. They've managed to recover at least one of these 44s. They will probably find a little bit more of an arsenal by the end here. Polo does find Pride, though. Half a minute remaining. He's going to re-peek that wood. He might not be expecting Hero where he's at.
Yeah, that was a tough play. You wanna keep the momentum going. You want to get the frags, but he was their economy's not great. It's very difficult, like I said, to build an economy in this game, and he had a 4-coin gun that went down. So yeah, that's a very tough round. So let's take another quick look at the scoreboard here. We have Polo Man at the top at 13 and 14, and Neo right below him at 14 and 9. Actually, 13 and 9 was Polo, and then on the other side we have Tanaka at 12 and 8, and Hero at 10 and 10. So those are really the big players in the game right now.
Yeah, but I mean, you can't even count out your bottom fraggers, man. I mean, Wrenches has had a little bit of a tough game, but BCJ, he's bottom of the scoreboard, not in kills, though, and he's actually been playing a crucial role for this attack. I'm going to be looking at Tanaka trying to land a couple of these scope shots. Might have seen the defender move back towards the tank, and they've slowed up, which is important. They know that they have that gun advantage right now, and they don't want to throw him away carelessly.
Absolutely. They understand they're going against a borderline save, even though if you look at the economy from the Axis side, they're full save. They're getting some kills, which is very important, and it's a 5-on-3 now.
And you got to think if maybe they might have played this just a little bit too slow. Hero will kind of turn the tide, though, takes down Polo. Lex finds Wrenches again, and that is kind of their weak side at the moment, man. They've got to do something to shore up this B site. They did it earlier and forced an A and were able to gain a few rounds, but here of late, we've seen the Allied side moving back towards that B bomb site. Neo has to come in here, though. Lex going to drop to 8th, and again, Tanaka in a last man standing situation before being taken out.
Absolutely. Yeah, that B-bomb site's very difficult to hold with the Gewer. It's a semi-automatic rifle. It's you start getting pushed by Thompson, smokes start falling, you get one good nade on that statue spot. It's a very difficult site to hold, and I'm very impressed they were able to hold that and win the round and really kind of flip the economy. Now it really looks like neither team really has anything. I think at the start of this round, there's no coins in reserve for either team, so this is a very, very crucial round.
Yeah, I mean, they've managed to shuffle a little bit of economy around to gain the scope in hands of Wally. He's going to be picking off the boxes, doesn't find anything to smoke, however, and once again, we're seeing a B push.
Yeah, it seems to be their fallback. It seems to be, and honestly, I think that's really the meta. The B site, if you can smoke it and overwhelm it, it's a nice site to take, easy site to take, but the great kills coming in from Wrenches holding the site.
Yeah, they needed him to really step up his game, and he definitely has. He's still back on that statue. They're about to push him from both sides. He's not quite finished off. It'll have to be Lex helping out BCJ to do this, but Wally still up. Can't count him out of this just yet.
Absolutely. This is a tough spot. There's a lot of time left in the round, and he's holding a good angle. He's just got to worry about his left side there.
He seems to be reading your mind. He's moved back, avoiding the coin, doesn't want to give away that sound cue. Knows the plant's coming in. Just as he turns the corner, though, there is BCJ stepping it up. He's going to have 3 kills on the round. That was a BCJ and Lex combo, man. 3 and 2 between them. Yeah,
huge round. Need both of them to step it up. I think Lex is obviously the most well-known name on this roster, but BCJ is probably within the NA community one of the more well-known names. So you definitely like to see both of them stepping up in the round to give it a go. And you finish the half at a relatively even 8-7.
And I mean, I really want to see what they do on this side of the map. They were very controlled in terms of tempo. They showed great cooperation. So now that Magic is on Axis, what do we expect to see from them?
I would like to see a lot of set nades, a lot of utility usage, very methodical. Again, early B rush. That seems to be the par for the early rounds. Some great kills from Wally taking the site, and really it's their round to lose now.
I mean, they have just swarmed. They have that wall of smoke that's blocking out. Lex is taking some fire, and Neo kind of take down both him and Tanaka, though. Beautiful +10, and Wrenches and Neo to finish it off into BCJ. You know, that is definitely a way to come back from a round where you should have won and you lost to 2 guys. Right now, very impressive.
Absolutely, and after the half, we got Neo at 18-10 and Polo at 13-11, leading his team. Tanaka at 12-11 and Hero at 11-13. Surprisingly, Tanaka is the only positive player on this team. You'd think it would be a little bit more even with the only 2-round spread, but yeah, Tanaka the only positive player on this team.
Well, he does, often have that position where he has to hold for the flank, and that can afford him a lot more opportunity for frags, but it also ends up that he's stuck trying to work his way back. So, dangerous position to hold, have to be very astute with what you're doing, and he's definitely filling that role admirably. I mean, we're already down 2 players, though. Neo and Polomane having been dropped early. Defense going to finally suffer a casualty, though, in the form of Lex, as Wally and Wrenches will turn the tides again, making it an even game now. Tanaka's holding bottom A, though, man, and I think he's about to wrap this up for him.
He gets the knife kill, the sword kill from a distance, and that bottom A is difficult to hold. Ooh, a little team damage there, and then BCJ cleans it up. BCJ with, it looks like 3 frags on the round with the default MP28, which is huge. That gun can be frustrating and difficult to use, and he was able to pull it through and get the kills. That was a very big round for them to turn it around, and now both economies seem to have leveled out.
Yeah, I mean, they're both going to be kind of stuck using either the default gun or a 1-coin weapon, Gewehr or carbine in this case. And, they've got to try to start really building this bank, especially as the Axis side. You want to make sure that you can maintain that, have those stop nades to forestall the rush. You want to be able to kind of block everything out with smokes early on. And Tanaka's going to put himself in a risky situation, though, peeking that long with an SMG.
Yeah, that's a tough position. It's very difficult to be patient there, but the best play is to be patient. He can sit there, and as we see BCJ not being patient, push through, getting 2 kills. Sometimes you get rewarded for your aggressiveness, and BCJ definitely got it. Still 2 on the B side, difficult take for hold forward.
I mean, yeah, but still, that's a great peek from Neo. He's going to have to get the regen now, but he draws out fire from Pride as well, giving away his location. Knows he's on the site, tries to push up, hide behind this bomb, but it'll be Pride that comes out on top of that equation as Wally is pushed in, takes some damage too. Wrench is going to fall to Lex, and Wally has to try to make something happen. Finds Pride, manages to take him down, takes a lot of damage in the process, however. Has a 1v2 situation to worry about, though, Birdman. I'm not quite sure he's going to escape from this alive.
Yeah, the smoke on the bomb to sort of fake them out. They didn't take the bait. This is a great spot from Lex. If you're Wally, you're a little frustrated with that he didn't take the bait, but what he didn't know is the other player had pushed the site and gotten all the information he needed, and it was a great play for Magic.
Yeah, man. I mean, you know, what Lex has definitely brought to this team is a level of seasoned veteranship, right? You know, you're looking across 4, 5, 6 games that the guy's played at a high level, and so I think that he's going to make sure that cooler heads always prevail.
Absolutely, and you love to see that, especially with a raw talent like BCJ that sort of needed that level head to tell him, hey, do this, don't do that, and someone with the prestige that he'd listen to it. So it's definitely good to see, and it's good to see this team leveling out.
Yeah, I mean, early nade kill going to come in, though, takes out Hero, kind of gives them a little bit of an opening. Wally waiting for this peek from A, can't find him, though. Has to move, has to support his team. Pride in a forward position on the B site. And these guys are just trying to wait for a pick, but it's not going to happen for him.
Yeah, Tanaka going much more passive there, and he didn't peek, and he got rewarded. That SMG from close range can really tear some stuff up, and he proved it there.
Yeah, I mean, Wrench is trying to get something done out of the T-Con, but can't find it. BCJ going to take down Wally, though. I mean, Pride stuck again with an SMG, kind of like what Tanaka has to do. He has to take this passive hold. He has to just wait for them to come to him. He doesn't have the range to do much with it, and B40 not going to allow him much opportunity to take down these guys in Garden. A beautiful nade going to come in from Lex. Neo, though, with another beautiful shot back into BCJ.
Yeah, it's a tough situation for Neo, peeking a lot of angles at once with that scope that gives you a very limited vision. So he's got to be really careful.
Yeah, I mean, they definitely don't want to lose this bomb, and I understand that, but, you know, sending in a scope first, probably not going to turn out well, especially when it's your weakest player that's supporting him. Wrenches does get the kill on the Pride, but might be all she wrote. Both players have moved into the B site, however. He's going to look for Lex here. Can't land it, though. Lex going to get the jump on him, quite literally, in fact.
Yeah, that was a good round from the Magic side. And as we go into the next round, we have Neo heavily carrying his team at 21-13. The next closest is Polo at 13-14. At the top of the Magic side, we have BCJ at 17-13 and Tanaka at 15-11. Very close behind is Lex at 15-13. Really only Pride lagging behind. And to be completely honest, this scoreboard almost looks like a carbon copy of Flip of the last map, where Wretches and Pride were both going off on both sides. So it's very interesting to see these players play different maps, each carrying a different way.
Yeah, I mean, with such variation in a lot of these maps, especially with the addition of now Savoya and Invasion, you're going to see different strengths and different skill sets kind of come through. Oh my god! Phenomenal shot from Wally. Spams right through the smoke, takes down Hero to give himself the +10. That was insane.
Yeah, Wally going full German there and just completely deleting that guy through smoke. It was very impressive.
Lex is stuck on this A site, knows that the player is alone, but probably doesn't realize he in fact has the bomb. Just going to have to bide his time. They're going to come up together. There goes Wally. Shotgun will win out. Leaving just BCJ to try to clutch this round for the defensive side.
Yeah, that shotgun in close quarters like that is very difficult to combat, and even with the Thompson, it was you're consistently worried about the jump up and then the silent jump, and there's just too much going on for Lex to hold that one angle in the shotgun. It landed, and it was able to delete him.
And Ethan going to come out victorious in the end, ties us up 10-10. You know, you were talking about Neo carrying earlier, and I got to think that while he might be the X factor for his team, what's really proven well for Magic right now is that they're playing in kind of an equitable manner, right? They're sharing the responsibility, sharing the load. Everybody kind of has their own round where they go off and go crazy. And I think ultimately that might prove to be the difference in this match.
Absolutely. When you look at the hold forward roster, Wally and Neo's names really kind of stand out, and the other names are a little bit lesser known, but they really do share the load, and they're playing well as a team. You look at them as a team that is very almost pug in nature. They're very frag oriented, and they're playing well together, and actually rather structured.
Yeah, I mean, just like that, all that structure has allowed them to take the B site. They're going to get this bomb down, give themselves the ability to kind of take a more passive approach here and let the defense come back to them. Lex and Tanaka, however, going to probably just try to get a few exits here, try to get a bit of a save going. Build up that economy.
Yeah, I would expect them to not challenge that stuff from Tanaka. I think he was just trying to get an exit there, and he gets wrapped by wrenches. I would expect Lex to stay as far as he can away and hide.
Yeah, I mean, the only thing he's going to come out of this round with is the MP40, but it's still something to work with, something to build around. Maybe we'll see a bit of a aggressive counter push from the defense next round.
Yeah, I feel like it's been relatively balanced. It's back and forth, which makes it difficult for both sides to build an economy. The Allies actually have some great weaponry going into the next round, and the defense maybe have to come up with something creative here. Maybe a push or a coordinated smoke. They really got to change it up.
Yeah, and it doesn't look like they're going to be buying anything. I don't see any eco coming out here. Spoke too soon, though. Tanaka will grab the shotgun. But the rest of his team just going to kind of hold steady, try to build this bank up a little bit, see what happens. And you're going to have a bunch of SMGs. In fact, you have 2 players with dual SMGs for the Allies. So they're going to try to close this distance, bridge that gap, and it'll be a heavy B push.
Yeah, this looks like a strict push from the Allies side. They're really counting on the overwhelming of the B. Some vital frags here.
Yeah, I mean, the tough part for them, though, is they're coming in against the stack. They did well, though, as Wally and Neil will get those kills to take it down. But Tanaka going huge with a shotgun, waiting for this other player from Wood. Oh, turns back just in time to finish it out, get himself a hat trick on the round. And now, just like that, a complete reversal. Wrenches, scope in hand, having to back off, either wait for somebody to make a misstep, or he's going to have to save.
It seems like he's going aggro in this. He's going for the round.
I mean, that's a little bit of a questionable move. Might have been a little better to kind of save it, but nevertheless, good attempt by him. And we're again at a tie of 11-11. As you were saying earlier, Birdman, these guys are just trading it back and forth. It's a real slugfest, this map so far.
Absolutely. In the end of that round, actually, Tanaka it picks up almost the best loadout in the game, sniper SMG combo, with the Thompson being the SMG. So as Magic Sniper, he's in a great position to get a lot of frags here. And Wally actually was ready for it. He was ready for the counter. So with the limited utility from the ally side, it'll be very interesting to see what they pull out here.
Yeah, Wally is going to be set up for Tanaka to peek. Spots out Lex. Tag's going in on both sides now. Wrenches down to half health, has to retreat, but manages to find Lex before he does so. Tanaka, they're going to trade back into Wally, and that's going to be a crucial kill, taking down such a strong player for the attacking.
Yeah, and the allies are left with 1 Thompson and 3 carbines, so it's very difficult to quickly take a site, and close range battles are definitely not in their favor, especially with the 3 SMGs on the Axis side.
Yeah, but I mean, the Allies have regrouped a little bit. BCJ found wrenches, took him down, but that bomb's going to be going towards the B side, and they're narrowly avoiding death off and on here. Able to get the regen. We're probably going to see this push, and it'll be a stack of 3v2 as they try to make their way in. Taking down that first defender, 1 more to go. Hero going to do a little bit of work. BCJ coming in just at the right time as Ethan will take down Hero. He's all alone now, man. 1v2 situation. Only has 20 seconds to work with. He doesn't have much to do. I mean, might get a little aggressive here. Finds the MP40. Bomb's going to have to go down. Birdman is, sure enough, there's BCJ to finish it out.
Yeah, that was a very interesting round. Hero played a big part in it, sitting behind the statue, getting the kill, and then surviving. not peeking again and giving his team time to rotate. He got the kill. Yeah, BCJ was able to come through and get a secondary kill while someone else was focused on him. And yeah, this match it's really tight at 12-11.
Yeah, and we're going to see now more of an A push coming out from hold W. Tanaka can't quite find that shot through the smoke, but almost lands it. Takes fire himself and has to retreat. Lex and BCJ, though, going to step up. Nathan moving in towards that bottom A. BCJ again with the knife. 2-5 situation.
Complete disrespect with the knife. It hurts. There's a morale factor there with that. And you didn't see Polo go for the knife. That was a prime opportunity. And honestly, I'm surprised Polo got the kill onto Lex. Lex had the complete drop on Polo, and he was able to get the kill.
And, you know, it's one of those things. He committed to that push, and being in a static position is tough, you know, in this type of game to actually land the shots 100% of the time. The more you can be moving and the more momentum you can build up, the better for you.
Absolutely. So at 13-11, we're still seeing Neo at top at 24-18, Athen at 16-14, BCJ at top of the other side at 24-16, and Tanaka close behind him at 20-13.
Yeah, and they've managed to group up around Broken Wall. 2 early kills going to open this up for them. And they're just taking this mid-buy storm. A wall of smoke early allowed them to get up into this position, and they're already going to be pushing into A. Can't quite land that bolt shot, and Polo and Neo going to be storming the breach now. Just one player remaining, though, man. It's going to be Tanaka again, pushing up on the coast side. He's up by A, and Polo wraps it up.
Yeah, that was a very quick-paced round, and they were able to get the frags and get in their face and get the kills quick, which is very, very important. That car in bottom A can be very powerful because it's a short space. It gives you a lot of room for error. There's a lot of body to shoot at when you're in bottom A with a car, and then back on the stairs, there's more room to shoot at than there is room to miss. So it can be very powerful. You miss the first shot, though, you're in a lot of trouble, and that's what happened to the guy top A.
And we're pretty much defaulted out for Magic. They're watching for these nades, trying to call the rush off of that. They'll see them coming in, so they know it's going to more than likely be a B. You're going to see this heavy push up into mid, though. Hero and Fried had to back off to avoid the nades. Another one going to come in. But it's going to be BCJ who opens it up. Almost gets a double kill, but Wrenches will trade back into it. Bomb's going down now. Hero looking for this beautiful take by Hero to come back in. Almost gets a third. Does find it with a pistol, though. Manages to upgrade that weapon into the Thompson.
That was a huge round. Hero just came in huge there with the MP28, which does not do a whole lot of damage. And from that range, he was able to get 2.5 and able to pistol the last. That hold there won his team the round, and that it was a smart move by the Allies getting the quick pace, but Hero really came through and he won that for his team.
Yeah, man, and it's huge too because now they've built up a little bit more of an economic stance. You know, he gained 2 weapons out of that. They were able to do a lot of scavenging that round, and they put themselves in a really nice position to move us, you know, closer to this next 2 rounds they have to win to, you know, finish this map out.
Absolutely. This has definitely been a tight match back and forth. The margins are very small, even smaller than Doggo's calves, which are tiny, microscopic even.
I like the stack that they're doing. They're kind of holding back by the stairs at the B site. I mean, you're going to see that nade come in, but were it not for Wally, they might have actually held on to this. And the bomb will go down again. You know, we've seen this constant rotate, but I think the one thing that set the 2 different teams aside for me is that Magic seems to have a bit more teamwork on the retakes.
Yeah, absolutely. Very surprising. Magic is definitely a team that's been drilled. They put in a lot of practice, even off stream, from Lex, and it's very good and interesting to see hold forward with this level of organization because they definitely have the skill. It's just good to see him playing like this.
And BCJ has managed to work himself back behind Wrenches, finds the frag. Wally, though, takes down Lex, and Tanaka going to fall to Polo main, and it's up to BCJ to do something. They're both tagged up, but now the regen will come in on both the attacking players. BCJ not going to quite turn around, though, and finish it off. And we're almost tied again, man. And this could definitely go into overtime very easily.
Absolutely, we've already seen an overtime game today. This is close. The first map finished 16-14. So yeah, definitely some close ones today.
You see a slight buy-up. Car going to be in the hands of Tanaka. BCJ with that SMG purchase. A couple nades and a couple smokes only to work with, as a heavy SMG buy going to come in from the allies, allowing themselves a lot more speed for this round. And the take will be moving towards B yet again, Birdman.
Yeah, both sides seems to be focusing primarily on that B site. It seems to be hard to retake, and actually Wretches is there waiting for the BCJ aggression, which had benefited them in the previous rounds.
Yeah, and he's definitely stepped up his game on this half. He's 17-22, but the kills he's been getting have been crucial for his team. They've allowed them to take a site over and over again, and he's played a really nice spot a lot of the times on the flank. Well, he does take down Pride, though. It's starting to work up. We'll probably get the drop on Lex, and sure enough, there it is. 3 kills on the round for Wally, and we're all tied up again, 14-14.
Yeah, this is really a close game. It's very, very similar to the first map on Liberation, and back and forth. It's very difficult to build an economy in this at this state.
Yeah, I mean, and again, they're going to have to invest in these nades, in these smokes, wiping out the slate pretty much for the defensive side. In this 4-man stack, they're again going to have the lone guy A for that early info to try to see what happens. They're not spotting out. Nice shots by Lex. He's just trying to spam, but manages to find the full frag on the Polo, tags up 8th, and forces him to hold back at the arch. And now they know that it's more than likely an A in mid take, so a little bit of rotation coming in from the defense.
Yeah, you got to be really patient if you're on the Axis side here. Not give away a cheap frag. You're in a good position. It's you're up a 4-3, and you really got to be smart here.
And the bomb's going to stay in a neutral position. They can kind of take towards either side, but both other attacking players are pushed up. Well, he almost botches that, but does find BCJ in the end. And just Lex alone in bottom A, and now Athan is going to be pulling the bomb closer and closer. Wrenches takes down Lex. They have control of the A site. Player going to be pushing in through the defensive spot. The other player going to be moving up to Arch. They only have these 2 goers to work with, though. Here does find the SMGs. Pride will take down Wally, jumping out behind. And that might have been a little too aggressive of a play.
Yeah, this is a crucial round for both teams. Ethan and Wrenches both with the SMGs. They're in a good position. The SMGs could absolutely melt in this position. It's going to be difficult for the 2 long-range guns to get the kills, but I think they have to go for it.
Yeah, I mean, Wrenches is holding down there. They've got him trapped in the bottom, but him and Ethan will finish it out, taking down Pride and Hero to wrap that up and put themselves now on match point.
And we're back to a 15-14. It's very similar to the last map. This is exactly how it played out. Both teams got a full buyout, and Magic really has to pull this through to prove themselves as a top team and force a 3rd map.
Yeah, it's going to be pretty difficult, though. They don't have much to work with in terms of utility. They have 1 stop in it they can throw. Tanaka will have this forward position. He's going to be able to call out and let them know that it is an A push. He spots out Wally. Wally does not see him, though, as Hero will open up onto that flanker. That crucial bit of information right there, man, is really going to allow them to kind of collapse this net in on the attacking squad.
Absolutely, very patient by Tanaka. He does get taken out there, but he didn't go full bore into the bottom red and got the kill. Lex, very important kill there. Lex really just needs to hold bottom A. And that win may be the round, and this may be overtime. And there it is. Hero closes it out.
Yeah, man. I mean, both teams playing quite admirably at the moment. You know, it's a really tough match to call. Just when you think that one's going to gain the advantage, you see that momentum swing in the opposite direction. It's been a really, really tense game so far.
Ooh, I think we got the pause in just in time. Players definitely wanted a definitely wanted a potty break and some time to compose themselves. That was a really close game, back and forth. I think the end of regulation, I'll just go through the scores real quick. You have Neo at 25 and 23 on the hold forward side, Ethan at 21 and 17, and Wally at 26 and 20, Polo Man at 18 and 23, and Wretches at 20 and 23. BCJ is at the top of his team at 28 and 22, Heroes at 21 and 25, Tanaka's at 22 and 18, Lex at 21 and 20, and Pride rounding them up at 14 and 25. So really nobody anchoring their team. Both teams seem to be relatively even.
Yeah, I mean, that's definitely part of the thing that we've seen in terms of this constant trading back and forth of rounds, because even when there is a small chance to gain this economic advantage, you're just seeing, a complete upset on that round. Saves have turned into wins for them. They managed to gain back weapons. And so there's a lot of back and forth that one team has to figure out the solution for in this overtime. We're going to be here all night.
Yeah, it was good to see that Magic was able to close it out, because a loss there takes them out of the tournament. And Magic is a team that's been really, really hyped up as an NA power team. It was a mix that it was a combination of a couple teams. BCJ and Tanaka coming from the same team, and then Hero and Lex coming from that Cali Kids team. Pride coming in from Janitors. Some high-level players coming together, and there was a lot of promise within the team. They put in the hours, and you really hope to see them perform. This hold forward team is a sort of different story. They're players that have played together through the years from COD 4 and on. But their point of view is a little bit different. They really never stopped playing, even between the NACL and the qualifiers, which was sort of a dead time for most players in the NA scene. So they were able to put their hours in and stay fresh, and I think it's really paying off. I love the overtime format. Being able to buy like this is great. You get to see the best out of both teams. We saw Primal flourish in this environment, being able to buy guns and really impose on the other team. So I think this will be a great couple of rounds.
Yeah, I mean, even though they have all the money in the world to work with at the start of this overtime, the Allies are going to opt for this 3 Thompson take, man. They're going to just try to overwhelm, outgun, outsprint, outjump, and just frankly dominate, I'm assuming, the B site.
Yeah, they have the utility, they have the guns. They have everything they need. So laying the nades and the smokes is really important here.
Yeah, I think they're going to go back to the bread and butter of that first half. They did really, really well on attack, and so I think what Magic is going to do is just keep Tanaka in a position where he can make a call on rotates, and they're just going to sprint these 3 guys straight up into the face of the enemy.
Yeah, I think that may be definitely the call this round with the 3 Thompsons. I think that's going to be their goal: get in their face, cause some disruption, smoke out the long range guns, because we have no SMGs on that Axis side.
Yeah, I mean, we saw a lot of trading back and forth early on, and I think that the most crucial thing here is not going to be necessarily a strategy, but instead a mindset. They want to set up this domination early. They want to set the tone of the match in overtime so that they don't have to, again, go to a repeat.
Absolutely, and the Caster's Curse, they did the exact opposite of what we said. They avoided B, sent 1 lurk B, and did a slow A push with the Thompsons and the 2 long-range weapons.
Yeah, I mean, unfortunately, they're going to fall into that duo holding the bottom A house. Cole moves out to the tank, and they've got a nice little crossfire here, a good protected position. This could be a bit of a problem as Wally will finally find an opener for this round. Takes down Pride. They've got to get out of the face. They've got to get pushed in. Wrenches is going to deal with Lex on the flank. That's not going to draw any attention back to the B site. They know it's A, and they know what they have to do.
Yeah, but he seems to be keeping 2 of them there. So it's a decent position. If you can get the kill, it's very important. That's tough. They weren't able to get the inroads into the A site, and it seems that they've given up the round.
Yeah, but I want to count to knock out just yet. He found Neo right there, gives himself 4 people to work with. We'll save the scope. There's the players underneath him, so he's not going to be caught off.
Yep, and I would expect Tanaka here to save with the low time. He's just praying someone doesn't push up those stairs with an SMG and take him out.
Yeah, he's ready for it. I believe he heard a reload as well, so manages to keep the scope going into the second round, which is crucial, so he doesn't have to waste another 6 coins.
Both teams seem are in no economy trouble. That's how the overtime's set up. That's what you like to see. The overtime is set up to be guns versus guns, economy versus economy. They don't have to worry about running out of money. So it's definitely a very entertaining 6 rounds or so.
And this time we actually do see a B push start to form. He's going to fly out from both sides, but not landing any of them. Wally will be rotating over to support from a long angle at B.
And he actually clipped Hero through the smoke there. And that led to his teammate Neo getting the kill. Pride trades it, and then Wally back onto the Lex.
Yeah, but all even with 3v3. You have 1 player remaining on the A site. Wrench is doing what he has to maintain the hold on B, takes down BCJ. That was a crucial kill because they'd already started to rotate back to A, but the bomb remains at B. Pride working up in front. Both attacking players are at B. They have to wait for this to happen as Wally's going to be trying to gain information, jumping up and down. Looks as though Pride finds Wally. They've got to get this player out of dark, though.
Yeah, it's a tough spot to clear from where they're at. Ooh, I think Pride just saw him.
Yeah, but it's going to be Polo that finds Pride. Tanaka has to rush out, can't find the pistol frag. That'll be Wrench's. Nice job by Wrench. He's got 2 very important kills, locked down the B site, and then played it as he had to, man. You know, he kind of took that passive angle and just waited.
Absolutely. When you get the kills there, if you can just delay time, they were running low on time. It forced Tanaka to peek out with nothing but the sniper rifle. He had the advantage, and they got the second round. 2 rounds on Axis. If they can close this out 3-0, they're at a huge advantage going into the second half.
Yeah, I mean, they've got nearly full utility. 4 Thompsons. This has to just be pure aggression. This has to go full berserker mode. Well, he's still going to be playing out towards the A site. Doesn't find anything for his team, and now they know it's moving towards B. So I guess see some rotates in. Wrench is tagged up behind site. Will he do what he did last round? No. In fact, Ethan going to take down BCJ. Wrench is back into the Naka with the nade. Chewing away at this attacking force. Another smoke going to come out and block him off. Neo taking some pot shots. Hero finally finds Wrenches, gets him off that statue, but by this time, 2 players have moved into B. Hero going to be spotted out by Neo. Probably makes that call for his team. Polo takes down Pride, Wally into Lex, and it's all up to Hero. Thompson in hand. Here's a player jumping on the statue. He's going to be watched by 2 angles as soon as he breaches this door.
Absolutely, and that was a great round from the Axis side. Good smokes, good counter smokes, good play. Ethan had a huge kill onto BCJ jumping off the barrels there. And this is going to be a very difficult round for Hero.
And a clean sweep going into the second half of overtime, man. And things are looking tough. They've got to hope that their Axis side is strong.
Absolutely. Both scores on both sides are relatively even, again, even after that round, but this really comes down to a strong hold. It'll be interesting to see what hold W has for strats. Just in this kind of situation, you're up 3, you got nothing to lose. You laying down a cheeky, win this one round. Laying down a push or a specialty strat here is vital. So we'll see how much preparation they put into it here.
Yeah, man, they get the early nade tag into Hero regen, however. You know, interesting, Wally has opted to just use the grease gun. Nade and smoke in hand. He's going to try to get in close. Conserve as much economy as possible. They do have rounds to play with. Beautiful nade, though, taking down Pride. And now Hero has to move back into the site. He's leaning the stairs, doesn't find the kill. Instead, he's going to get taken down by Polo Mate. And this round is very rapidly falling apart for the Axis as Neo finds BCJ as well, leaving just Tanaka and Lex try to recover. Lex will take down Wrench's headshot though and has to scramble his way over towards the B site. The bomb is down. The time is ticking. The clock is running out. Just under 45 seconds as Lex falls as well. And now 1v4 situation. Tanaka only a scope to work with. Spots out a player close on the truck, can't land the frag, takes some fire himself. Going up against two, finds one, but not the other. Yeah, that's the map, man.
That was very impressive from the hold forward side. Thank you guys for tuning in. I think that's it from us. We're going to roll a quick video, a promotional video for the upcoming Blitzkrieg Masters major in Amsterdam. So check it out and definitely tune in tomorrow for the finals. We'll definitely be streaming that. I'll definitely be back and hopefully Yank and Doug and we'll all be there. So thanks for tuning in, guys.
Actually getting the nade towards site.